Good morning, YouTube fans. It's Dr. Matthew Johnson, and I'm not driving to work. No, it is Friday, July the 8th, 2022 at 9:28 a.m. I'm not driving to work. I'm driving to the Portland International Airport in that foreign crazy state that I grew up in called Oregon. I'm going there to pick up my boy, Grady, and his friend, Gavin, and we're going to be going on our annual summer vacation to Montana. But I thought, while I'm driving, I could address a couple silly little issues. What do you mean, Doc? Really, Bubba? You're getting it? Doc! You know what? You seldom ever shoot these videos anymore, and I just sit around inside your head picking my nose and banging my head on the wall, wondering when you are going to speak up and give me an opportunity to speak up. Okay, Bubba. Can I at least speak up so you can, totally put me down? Okay, Doc, go ahead. Pitch that ball right over the plate for me. Okay, I will. So, to make Bubba happy, I just got off the phone with a friend who I've known for several years. And I'm not going to throw my friend under the bus, by the way. Good friend. But this individual shared with me about some backroom Bigfoot politics. That's right. If you watched all my previous 400 plus videos, you'll see me poking fun at some of the yahoos out there that think they know what they're talking about, and they put me down. And they put me down because they actually don't know what they're talking about. So anyway, one of these silly people who I haven't even seen for, 6-7 years, alleged, Matt has dark spirits floating around him, and it really concerns me. It makes me feel weird. Really? Really? Okay, I haven't seen you for 6 or 7 years, and you know what's going on in my life today. Okay, but let's go back 6-7 years. Let's go back to the point that I'm a Christian and I have the Holy Spirit dwelling inside me, and there ain't no demons hanging around me or trying to get in me, because they can't, because I have the Holy Spirit of God dwelling within me. Now let's look at recent evidence. I have provided audio recordings of the Janu executing the Jujiko, which sounds freaking crazy, I know, but just go back a couple videos and look at the Janu versus the Jujiko and listen and watch. And in that video toward the end, you'll also see evidence of pictures of the Jujiko and the Janu forcing them to have their pictures taken, or they're going to kill them, as promised. So I have the Holy Spirit of God dwelling within me. I have the Janu, who are not evil spirits flying around Matt, and it really concerns me. You concern me. You concern me. So, anyway, I have the Holy Spirit of God dwelling within me. I clearly have evidence of the Janu keeping the Jujiko away from me. And don't forget about that guy 2,000 years ago, where he was accused of, you cast out demons. They accused Jesus of being demon-possessed, yet casting out demons. And Jesus got all over the case saying, what? You guys don't make any sense. And how would a demon be casting out another demon? House divided cannot stand. You guys are knuckleheads. And the one person from 6-7 years ago who thinks that they know what's going on in my life, cuckoo, 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 you have some issues. Go see a therapist. Now, well, then somebody else said, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I haven't seen that person for 6-7 years, maybe 8 years. They don't know what's going on in my world. And you know what the bottom line is with the whole Bigfoot politics? Let me help all of you guys know. Okay? There's a bunch of theories out there, a bunch of ideas. Well, I think Bigfoot is this, and I think Bigfoot is that, and my experience has been this, and other people's experiences have been that. And I'm like, really? So then it's like, okay, Matt, there's your theories and there's their theories, and the theories clash. What am I supposed to do with these clashing theories? Well, okay, thank you. First of all, earlier on in my 22 years, what I was espousing was most definitely theoretical, was most definitely just my idea of what could possibly be going on, which is what everyone else out there is doing as well. I get that. Theory versus theory. I get it. Trying to make sense out of experiences and evidence. I get it. And then, oh yeah, in the last, 10 years, things changed. I changed my approach. And because I changed my approach, the Bigfoot Forest people, aka the Janu, they refer to themselves as the Janu, they started telling me who they are, where they're from, and why they're here. And then we pulled off the Exodus. And don't forget, I have a truckload of audio recordings, multiple witness testimonials. It goes on and on and on and on and on, backing up everything that they have me telling you. So, I have moved from the realm of theoretical ideas that I'm sharing, just like everybody else out there has a bunch of theoretical ideas. And I've been asked by the Janu Council of 12 to be their spokesperson, to be their 13 to the 12. So now, when I share what I share, and I have a truckload of evidence to back me up, it's not me sharing theoretical ideas just like everybody else. This is me sharing with all of you what the Janu are telling me to share with you. And this isn't the Janu's theoretical ideas about themselves, because they kind of know themselves. So this is more like they're telling us about themselves. Imagine that. That's not a theory. That's sharing truth. That's sharing fact. I'm out of the theoretical camp anymore. You don't get to compare the theoretical ideas of what other people think might be going on with the facts that the Janu are having me share actually is going on. That's a fact. That's not a theory. That's a fact. And so if you hear any theoretical ideas about who they are, why they're here, where they're from, and it contradicts what I'm telling you, guess who's right and guess who's wrong? Yeah, that's right. The Janu are right, and the other Bigfooters out there who don't know the Janu, who don't know Zorth, who don't know the Council of 12, who don't speak for them, they're wrong. There you go, Doc. See, that's the whole problem with you. You are so doggone arrogant, you think you're always right. Bubba, no, you just didn't listen to what I just said. This isn't about me. Oh, yes, Doc, it's always about you. It's always about you. Actually, no, it's not, Bubba. This is not about me. This is about what Zorth and the Council of 12 are asking me to share with everybody else. It has nothing to do with me. The first 10 years, that was kind of all about me. That was ego. That was my theory. And I wasn't any more right or wrong than anybody else out there, because it was all of us proposing and promoting our own theories. But I'm telling you, Bubba, and everybody else out there, that what I speak now is not theory. What I speak now is on behalf of Zorth and the Council of 12. It is fact. It's not theory about the Jean, about the Bigfoot forest people. It's fact. So once again, if you hear anything that is contradicting what you hear coming from me, the spokesperson for the Jean, the Jean are right, and the other Bigfooter with their theoretical ideas is wrong. It's that simple. It's that simple. And now, that also includes the whole political thing that's going on, right? Which is actually more than just political. This is a worldwide thing, white hats, the good guys, versus black hats, the bad guys. Okay, the global elitists, the cabal, the deep state. And again, I've shared with you in the books and in the videos that the Jean have always been politically neutral throughout human history. And they have the best spy network on the planet. They are unseen to human eyes unless the eyes are trained to see them. And they're in every political office on the planet, no matter how small the government or how large the government is. And they know everything that's going on, everything. And because of what is going on now, the Jean have been forced to get off the fence and no longer remain politically neutral. They have sided with the white hats, the good guys, against the cabal, the black hats, the deep state, the global elitist. So, if on the night of elections, November 3rd, 2020, Zorth tells me to post almost 2 years ago, in the end the T-Man wins, in the end the Orange Man wins. He actually uses his name, but I'm trying to avoid algorithms on YouTube so they don't ding me. And that night he was winning, so it was like, good call, Zorth. Way to go out on a limb, buddy. He already is winning. And then the next morning, what the heck? No way. And 5 states stopped counting, and it was just really crazy. Well, the bottom line is, that, the T-Man, the Orange Man, wins in the end. But he doesn't win. It's not just him. That was a statement made on election night, and the focus was around two people competing against each other. And it was a statement of, the T-Man wins, those who voted for him win, God wins, the world wins, because if you can't see the night and day difference between the economy and the surplus of jobs, more jobs than people, the best economy in 60 years, the lowest unemployment rates for women and minority in 60 years, the country becomes energy independent for the first time ever. We don't have to rely on oil from anybody else because of everything we have going on in our country. And then let's go Brandon, election fraud, gets into office, and then the economy goes to hell in a handbasket. 30 plus food factories burned down to the ground. 10,000 cows miraculously die of heat in Kansas, while neighboring farms with cows, their cows are just fine and dandy. They didn't die. Just the 10,000 did. If you don't see all this adding up, including skyrocketing gas prices and food shortages coming this fall, and then if this doesn't get over soon, the black hats, the bad guys, are going to create another pandemic for us and use fear to control the masses and, force more of this on us. And if you don't see that, yet, you are sleepwalking. So, last but not least, this individual who I talked to said another friend of his said that I'm a cult leader, that, Dr. Johnson, Matt Johnson's a cult leader. And I just laughed. And I said, you know what? if I'm a cult leader, then I'm a real bad cult leader. I'm like the world's worst cult leader, because I'm not charging outrageous prices for people to attend camps. We're always in the red when camp is done. We're never in the black. We don't make a profit. Excuse me. I don't require people to sell everything they own and give it to me. I don't get inside their heads and mess with them. I forget to pass out the orange robes for everybody to wear. I forget to have the poisonous Kool-Aid available at every camp. If I'm a cult leader, I'm the world's worst cult leader. If you really knew me, you'd know, oh, that's just Matt. That's just Matt. Matt's a laid-back, humorous guy, and everyone that actually takes the time to get to know me actually doesn't have a problem with me. Unless they get to know me, don't have a problem with me, and the person who said, I see spirits floating around Matt 6 or 7 years ago, actually told my wife, Cynthia, that she was hearing that Matt's the real deal out of all of Bigfootdom, and that she needs to stick with Matt and get out of, the influence of everybody else. Until this person fell in love with somebody else who was a part of another political group. And if this person wanted to hang out with the person they fell in love with and the group that this person hangs out with, then all of a sudden Matt has to go from, the guy that they need to hang out with because Matt's speaking the truth, Matt's the guy. All of a sudden I got to go on the poop list in order for this person to fit in with their newfound group based on their newfound love. That's how Bigfoot politics work. It's usually not, I don't like Matt because blah, blah, blah. It usually is, I don't like Matt because my friends don't like Matt because my friends really don't know Matt and the things they are accusing Matt of aren't true. That's what's going on. So anyway, it was a public service reminder for me, that phone call from my friend today. Well, Doc, I've been hanging outside your head for a long time, and I kind of know you, and I have to say, you have made some changes. You were pretty arrogant, pretty big fighter and all that the first 10 years, and then you kind of changed your ways. You kind of repented. You kind of kicked on back and just let things be. Oh, wow. Thank you, Bubba. What's the catch? Oh, there's no catch, Doc. I can be nice sometimes, but you're telling the truth. I'm gonna let this one go. You know me. I want to put you down, slam you all over the place, but today I'm giving you a break. Well, thanks, Bubba. I appreciate that. Everybody else out there, either take the time to get to know me or stiff it. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. The rest of you, have an awesome day. This is Dr. J.